Hello, it's time for another episode in the Summer of the Vampire. If you haven't seen the previous episode, I will link it up above and also down below in the description. I don't really have anything else to say. Go watch the previous episodes so that you're all caught up. Let's do this. All right, we returned our wallet to that guy. Where am I? Yeah, I returned my wallet. And now I need to go find my office on the second floor. This doesn't seem right. This is that alley where I fought those guys. Okay. Pembroke Hospital. Here we go. Yes, this is correct. Can I already read this? Due to influenza, this hospital can no longer take patients. Hospital full, please go home. Okay. If I remember from last time, what does this say? City, you, life saved by efficient medical aid is a blow struck at the flu epidemic. Volunteers make the difference. If I remember correctly from last time, the nurse told us it was like up and to the left, I believe. She was like, Nurse Crane. Okay, so this is the second floor. Unless they numbered the floor like in, I want to say Spanish and French, where like the second floor is the first floor and they have different names. You can tell I really excelled in my foreign language classes. Hello, what are you? Oh, we just got a hacksaw and T. Elwood's medical file. Oh, not what I wanted. Oh, here are, do you guys remember earlier? Oh my god, I like blinked, my contacts went blurry. Do you remember last episode I picked up a piece of paper and I couldn't find it? Here it is, let's read it. 30th October from G. McCullum to Docks Patrol. Object, multiple deaths in the docks region. We believe a nasty leech is involved. Locate the beast. Purge it, and quickly. Warning, according to recent reports, this vampire is very violent. Approach with extreme caution. I know we lack men in this part of town, but don't send rookies to investigate the case. If I'm correct, we've got a frenzied one killing each night. As always, search abandoned places first, like old houses, basements, sewers, or warehouses. Destroy the leech, brothers. Okay. And that's the photograph we got in Milton's wallet, and this is the paper we just picked up. Patient, Thomas Elwood, male, age 28, followed by Dr. Tippett's, status, convalescence, date of admission September 16th, date of release to be determined. Notes, the patient's face has been heavily burnt and disfigured by a bomb during the war. Even with the use of the strongest sedatives, he affirms to regularly endure severe pain from the wounds, as if the flames are still burning under the skin. He says, examinations of the, why they gotta make me read these words, cicatrized tissues show no trace of inflammation, infection, or swelling. Scars are clean. Could it be a case of persisting nerve damage? The patient never ceases to blame himself for his disfiguration. Could it be a case of guilt of the survivor, phantom pain manifesting as a punishment for not dying with his comrades? All right, yes, sir.
These men, they're a company of professional vampire hunters.
Okay, I think that's the word cue from that Prywin letter. The guy we just read about Elwood, he's got survivor's guilt, which is interesting. He blames himself for it. There have been some studies done that after like people that have been in accidents and have like lost limbs and stuff, they feel more inner peace after acknowledging like a reason or blame for it, even if they blame themselves. Doctors, nameplates, Dr. Tippett's, Dr. Strickland, Dr. Ackroyd. None of those are me. Can I still go in?
It's locked, all right.
No. Is this me? Dr. Jonathan Reed, I get my own office, baby. Let's check out my new digs.
This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes.
This is very nice.
Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
You could be. Article on Ekans, like the Pokemon? It is a rare opportunity and almost a privilege to approach a vampire, to observe their most intriguing physical and psychological traits with a scientific and rational eye. Here are some of the most fascinating abilities I've personally observed over the last 10 years while interviewing a few vampires, or Ekin as they prefer to call themselves. My mouth is like super dry, hold on. I woke up from a nap not too long ago, so I feel a little dehydrated. Supernatural speed. A vampire can act and move like a mortal in all his actions, but the trained eye will spot that they have the keenest senses and can react quicker than any mortal. On a few occasions, alarm, surprise, necessity to flee, I have seen a vampire move so quickly it is almost as if he had vanished, just to reappear somewhere else. The human eye cannot follow their movements when they act so quickly, but it is not a teleport or dematerialization, it is only a supernatural speed. For me, it is a cat-like attribute that allows them to run, dodge, or jump longer and faster than us. I also notice that such speed seems to exhaust them and that they are bound to physical limitations. Mesmerism. One of the most powerful abilities a vampire can deploy is the capacity to force a mortal to obey them. I call this trait mesmerism, but it has nothing to do with the mortal ability to alter a subject's mental state. A vampire can bend a mortal to their will, and they can even break a mind. A vampire I interviewed even told me that the more a subject tries to resist, the more permanent the damage will be, as if the vampire could literally fracture their target's psyche. The same vampire explained to me that this ability required time to master, and that the result could vary widely from one subject to another. Implant a false memory, erase a painful one. The possibilities are endless and frightening. So far, those are both things that the vampires in True Blood can do. Blood awareness. This may be the most catastrophic ability of all concerning vampires, since it is the cause of so many tragedies for them and us. Vampires crave for blood. They must use their will to restrain themselves from frenziedly drinking every drop of blood they can see. They need blood to function and to express their full supernatural traits. A famished vampire can be very weak, even if he cannot die of hunger or thirst. This urge, this need for blood, may explain why a vampire is so aroused by it. A vampire confessed to me that blood could sometimes blind him, since its smell and attractiveness can be so strong. When he focuses, a vampire can almost see blood all around them, inside warm bodies, through walls, on a supposedly clean weapon, all around them. I read that line twice, etc. The same vampire even told me that he can see if a mortal has clean blood or is ill, and that in some cases he can even sense diseases, infected clothes, or even items in a room. If this is true, it could have so many medical applications it almost beggars belief. So now we have some lore. That's good, because there's so many, I feel like there's so many different like rules for vampires. It's really interesting to see what rules which pieces of media choose to implement for their vampires.
The flower is dying. It needs water.
Well, can I water it? All right, we gotta analyze some blood at the workbench. Analyze. Regeneration. Oh, okay, so now we have a serum recipe. Regenerate 300 health points instantly, then 150 health points over 15 seconds.
William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time.
I'll rest once I snoop. Oh, this lit up earlier, I thought. Maybe not. All right, I've seen it all. I have just over 1,000 XP. Increase damage inflicted when using bite in combat. Increase your health. Increase your stamina. Increase your blood capacity. I'm going to increase my health. Alright. I can increase my health some more. Alright, now can I increase my blood capacity? I do have enough for that. Okay. We're resting. We're getting a full night's sleep. The following night.
If I'm to stay here until my research is complete, I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood?
Rats, my dude. Rats in the grass.
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
What type of hospital are you running? No antiseptics?
They
You have
ran
been
out,
away
Maya.
too long, Doctor. With the war and now this epidemic, supplies have been running scarce for months now.
Like how the hospitals couldn't get
I may have a
PPE
solution.
last year?
In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the Old Morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse.
Hold on, what's in this room over here?
It's locked, all right.
That's it, just a chest I will one day hopefully be able to unlock. We already went in there. Oh, hold on, I want to switch off my weapon. How do I do that? Change. Nope. Change. Yes. Okay. I want to try using the scythe. Hello, where am I? Okay, enter the Old Morgue. Is that a rat? No, that's just stuff. This is a dead end. I'm gonna assume that building we were in last time. This. I'm gonna assume this is the Old Morgue. Mayhaps not. They're playing like... There. And then wise to parry. They're playing like slightly spooky music. And by that I mean it's just like ominous wind blowing sounds. No actual music. Is this it? Yes. Forgot there was a little compass leading me in the right direction at the top of the screen. So there's that. Ooh, the fact that it's like loading a it didn't just let me auto enter. Some stuff gonna go down. Find useful medicinal ingredients in the Old Morgue, and then we have a list of things. They could be playing not spooky, ominous sounds when I am in fact, you know, alone in my apartment at night. They could do not that. Oh, I guess I could use vampire vision to like check for enemies. It's like a screeching noise. Don't much care for that. Oh, is this the door I just came in through? And now it's gonna have to reload it for me to go back into the building because I didn't mean to leave. Well, there's definitely noises from down in there. Thought I saw something outside the window. Was it Ben Platt waving through a window? I don't know. I literally know nothing about Dear Evan Hansen. I was never like into that musical. Like people were really into it on the internet. That man's just startled the hell out of me. I can feel my heart a pitter-pattering. Why aren't you swinging? Why aren't you swinging? I'm pressing X. Why aren't you swinging?
Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza.
Now there's no body for me to loot. I got alcohol. Alcohol?
This key will surely grant me access to the basement.
Oh, purse. Yes, let me search it. Watery, sturdy blood sample. They like oh no, that's... Ah, did I not kill you? Come on, I'm trying. You're gonna make me look bad on the internet. Golly. Oh yeah, I walked past this room earlier. Is that where that guy came from? Was he in this room? No, but here's the thing.
Balls of Mars, fortifiers. As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful.
I'm gonna be real, I've not been startled by anything in this game My heart is a pumping. Is this that door from the pilot episode of The Walking Dead? Here, let me move out of the way. Like, it needs to say, like, don't dead, open inside.
I cannot enter.
Okay. Well, I suspect I have to go down into the basement. Oh, or I keep going up. Alright, those notes, I can hear a screeching. Those notes said vampires can look through walls. Why can't I look through walls? Okay. Can I open this door? Mayhaps not. Can I open this door? Mayhaps not. Can I break it down? No. Oh, I totally forgot I have the blood spear. All right, let's go to the creepy... Oh my God. What the hell was that? You guys saw that, right? Tense in my tummy. Okay, there's a rogue skull. There's a rogue skull.
These skulls feed from corpses and the husks of animals. They're not after blood.
That was very successful. Go me. Is there also a skull down there? Yes, but it just won't load. Blood spear his ass. Oh my God, how'd you survive that? Look at that, I almost died, but I didn't. That could have been disastrous, folks. Could have been disastrous. All right, I've been using the scythe, but damage 99. Okay, it does cause more damage. I guess I just need to be better about like okay, the left arrow allows me to switch weapons, so I just need to be better about that so I can switch to the stake so I can stun. Because right now the only way I'm stunning folks is... Sorry, when I sneak up on them. I should go take care of that skull that was in the hallway. Then I'll come back around to here. did not successfully sneak up on him, but it is what it is. This whole abandoned hospital is giving... Is that a person or a dead body? I don't like that. Let's open up all the doors so we have a clear line of exit. This abandoned hospital, I was saying, is giving me similar vibes to the sanatorium in Until Dawn. Local investigations, a new citizen investigation is available. Press that little square thing to open the local investigations menu. Citizens investigations. Citizens investigations are displayed here, categorized by district. You can start a new citizen quest by tracking it with X, then access your map to locate the area and explore. Okay. What was her thing? Did I mess up? Where's my citizens investigation? I just lost it. Oh, I went too far. Okay, death report. Office of Pembroke Hospital Medical Examiner, report of investigation. Decedent Samuel Connor, race Caucasoid, male, sex male, age 39, home address unknown, occupation fisherman, type of death natural, probable cause of death. Fast progressing pneumonia by virus-induced pulmonary consolidation, Spanish influenza. Examination attendees, Dr. Corcoran Tippett, Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan, name and signature of medical examiner, Dr. Corcoran Tippett.
Mr. Connor's injuries don't match the report. I'd better look into this. Traces of a pinkish foam at the corner of the lips. Some sort of drug overdose, perhaps? The chest was originally opened to perform the operation. The sutures are clean, but the chest has been reopened. Multiple abrasions and scarring on the arms and legs. Old and distinctive injuries of a sailor or a fisherman. A puncture over the left lung, possibly a chest tube insertion. Not the cleanest work, but I think it was successful. Signs of internal bleeding. So, Dr. Tippett's anesthetics were incorrectly dosed, causing the patient's death. And then, he tried to operate on him again. Tippett has made an egregious error. It's time we talked.
I don't think I've even met Tippett at this point.
Tippett has made an egregious error.
Just saying the same thing.
It's time we talked.
Yeah, I don't think I've even talked to Tippett, which means that my introduction to this guy is going to be me pulling up and being like, you killed a man. Blood absorb. You just acquired a new type of offhand weapon. Equip it and press Y to directly absorb blood. Always do that. Hell yeah. Okay, let's try it. Why not? I was in here earlier? Yes. They really just left a dead body right there. Like they didn't put it away or nothing. They just left him out for the whole world to see. Oh my God. Where did you come from? John Doe. Oh my god. Was that? Remember earlier when I was like, hey, did y'all see that? Oh my god. When there was like that apparition. Was that this? Was that what this was? Oh my gosh. No, stop, you're gonna kill me. You're gonna make me look like a damn fool on the internet. I don't have enough blood supply to... There's a shadow cell. Did I kill him? Stay down.
These skulls can be so ferocious.
Stay down.
I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger. To drink blood is so tempting.
Yeah, I'll do it. I can't even heal myself now because I didn't drink enough blood. I didn't get any blood from that guy. I kept trying. Kept pressing the button. Trying to absorb some blood. To no avail. Is there anything here? Craft the treatment for fatigue. Okay. Oh, there's a workbench there. So that's what I'm supposed to do. Treatments. Treatment for fatigue. Craft. I did it. Now bring the medicine to Dorothy Crane in the patient's room. Yeah, the sooner I get out of this hospital, the happier I will be. How do I leave? Ugh, why would you scare me like that? Why would you do that to me? Hold on. Look, I tried the blood knife, but I'll be honest, it's not hitting like the steak, so. I want to go home, please. I want to go home. No! I already fought these guys. Why did they respawn? I can't keep living. Like, I will start killing people if it makes it easier to progress and makes it so that I die less often. If that's the trade-off, I'm sure there are plenty of people in this town who are rude and mean. I'll kill them. Not fighting any of those guys, just get me out of this building. That was my mistake. Is this the hospital? Yes. Oh my god, thank god. Pippa Hawkins. Let's go. Okay, we already talked to her. I've not talked to Pippa Hawkins, but she's dating that guy.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced.
No, we've not, Pippa, but I know about you.
My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse? What if in the end, nobody was spared?
Starting to sound like, you know. You know, I'm not gonna say it.
Sorry, I'm exhausted. No one has any idea when this epidemic will be over.
How long have you been a nurse?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
You're right. When dealing with such a terrible disease, one must remain humble. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't try our best.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
How is the Pembroke staff coping with the epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual, especially concerning doctors.
Why especially with doctors?
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned, Milton is not the chatty type.
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
Okay, so now let's get to the gossip.
I know you're very close to Milton Hooks.
Yes. Milton Hooks is my man. If you want to report me for that, just feel free, Doctor.
I have no intention of reporting you, Nurse Hawkins. But are you aware of the risks?
The rules say I won't be allowed to work as a nurse anymore. But here at the Pembroke, we break rules all the time.
Is he worth the risk?
Hey, I'm no perfect woman, and Milton is not the finest bloke. But we do our best to get by. That's all any of us can hope for nowadays.
Cute.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
But we did learn... Where are the people? We learned a hint that he has a mediocre reputation. Okay. Nurse Crane was on the second floor. Oh, hey, that's that burn victim. Let's go talk to him. Hello, sir.
Good evening, sir. Can I help you?
Unless you're here to fix my face. No. I don't think you can help me.
I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently taken the position of head surgeon here. War injuries, am I right?
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty little mug right off. But they still call me Thomas Elwood.
Where were you stationed, sir? Did you serve for long?
I really don't want to talk about all this shit.
No offense. I was pushing too much. I served in France myself. I just wanted to know what happened to you.
You were an officer, weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same war, sir. No offense.
Alright, time to use
How close are
vampire
you to Miss Hawcroft?
powers.
Are you aware that she thinks she is a vampire?
To wait for her next nibble is the best reason to stay here. Every time she approaches my bed, she treats me like something tasty. A normal person.
Aren't you afraid? She may hurt you if the game goes too far.
She's quite harmless, I can assure you. Her head's broken inside is all. While I'm busted on the outside. But she's still beautiful. Living proof that there's hope for me.
You let her bite you?
So do you let her bite you?
Like, not to kink shame,
You know that's
but...
not sanitary.
And why not? She's only supping a few drops of my blood. And the pain...
Well, she's biting hard enough to break the
real
skin.
for once.
She could decide to bite less willing patients.
Then it's another good reason for me to stay here, Doctor.
You do realize she's mentally disturbed. It's called the Cotard syndrome. She truly believes she's a vampire.
In her madness, she never refers to my scars. And frankly, if I could, I'd join her world. It seems much more fun than the real one.
This man is depressed.
How is your stay with us, Mr. Elwood?
Oh, it's bliss. I just escaped death in the trenches to be surrounded again by the moans of the dying.
Can I ask you precisely why you're a patient here?
It's the pain, sir. The drugs don't work. It just hurts under the scars, if you get my drift.
Who is treating you? Is someone in particular looking after your case?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me. Started to think I was forgotten about. Wouldn't blame you.
You don't seem worried by that.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or cry. I've learned it's easier not to speak. But be assured I'm smiling inside.
Can I do anything for your pain?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills. No effect. Told you. It's like the flames are under my skin, burning away.
Probably a little psychosomatic, dude.
Why do you feel responsible for the injury, Thomas? What really happened?
I wasn't disfigured by any German shells. It happened during my leave. It was an accident.
What really
Tell
happened?
me what really happened then.
I went with a whore in Rouen. Dead drunk I was. The hotel was a shithole. There was a fire that night.
Did you start the fire? Were you trying to avoid going back to the front? That's not uncommon, you know.
No. It's just that I was asleep when the flames reached the room. The girl was long gone. Bitch never woke me up. Left me to burn.
Why lie about it?
Come on. It's one thing to come back disfigured by the Germans. And it's another to get injured in an accident that could have happened to anybody.
I mean, yeah, that's valid. You can get surgery.
Reconstructive surgery has been very successful for some soldiers.
I don't want to wear a bloody mask for the rest of my life. I'd rather stay here and just be forgotten.
Hint failed.
Why
Can I
do
try
you feel
again?
responsible for the injury, Thomas? What really happened?
I wasn't disfigured by
I
any
can
German
try
shells.
again.
It happened during my leave. It was an accident.
Let's fast forward this.
Why lie about it?
Come on. It's one thing to come back disfigured by the Germans. And it's another to get injured in an accident that could have happened to anybody.
Reconstructive surgery has been very successful for some soldiers.
I don't want to wear a bloody mask for the rest of my life.
can't.
I'd rather stay here and just be forgotten.
I can't change a different option in the tree. Dang.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Your actions do have consequences.
Time has lost its effect on me.
But the suffering continues.
Hey, that's that guy we rescued at the docks. Yeah.
Good evening, Mr. Hampton. How do you feel?
Dr. Reed, is it? Oh, Sora, I must apologize for my behavior.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory.
Fear and exhaustion made me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained perfectly nice and polite. A little delirious, perhaps. But who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
How do you feel?
How do you feel, Mr. Hampton? Medically speaking, I mean.
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion, actually. William drank so much of my blood in his madness. I feel empty.
You're in good hands here. Dr. Swansea is well versed in blood transfusion, and I'm sure he'll take the best care of you.
Thank you, sir. I believe all I need is rest. And then I can go back to the people who need me.
Have you made friends since you arrived?
Not really, but I recognize Miss Harriet Jones. I knew her when she lived by the docks. That poor woman had such a miserable life.
You never came to see her here at Pembroke? Receiving visits when sick can be an important part of the healing process, you know. We're not just bodies.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the docks many months ago.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton? I can't help
He's
but
obviously
notice
a
the cross
priest.
around your neck.
I manage a night asylum for the
Oh,
poor and homeless
maybe
of the
not.
docks. And I try to guide the lost and hesitant on the right path to our Lord.
He's just like... Yeah.
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Are you just
Not
some
at all,
guy?
Doctor.
He's just a
I'm just a man
guy.
of faith willing to preach the good word.
He's the same as the guys that like stand on campus and like preach
Why
about
didn't
the Bible.
you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token.
gotta be a
if That's what you were
crucifix.
trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
Is it that it can't be a cross, it has to be specifically a crucifix?
What is the general situation in the East End docks?
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tensions between the gangs and the Dockers trade union. The Wet Boot Boys are very nervous since they lost their leader.
There's
Who
a
leads
gang?
the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show, with the assistance of her minion, Booth Digby.
Clay Cox isn't missing, he's in the hospital.
Has the gang been threatening you?
Ah, no. I've had this nickname for so long, you know, the sad saint of the East End. No one dares to bug a saint, not even criminals.
How did you end up in William Bishop's den?
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior. I went to his place and he refused to let me go.
Did he
Why
like
did
kidnap
he
you?
abduct you?
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood. I don't know why. Just like a patient I met here. This Miss Hawcroft.
I feel like that's a mean thing to say. I'm not gonna say that to him.
Do you know Tom Watts, the bartender from the Turtle? I met him before I found you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom. Without men like him, corruption and despair would have wiped out the East End long ago.
Despair?
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare. No drugs, no advice, nothing. It's a damn shame.
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then? Any particularly evil figures?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know, Doctor.
You can speak ill a little. Okay, maybe
How did you end up in William Bishop's den?
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior. I went to his place and he refused to let me go.
I don't want to call him a fool,
You dared to enter this awful place alone.
but I want to see if it yields
You're a
information.
hero, Mr. Hampton. Or a fool.
I'm just a man trying to help his friends, Dr. Reed. William Bishop was a conflicted soul, searching for light.
Dang, didn't get any new info. Did I ask everything? Yes.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later.
I was gonna... That's locked.
The pain.
Let's see, do you have anything new to say
Good
to
evening,
me?
Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
Here we go!
Tell me, Thelma, why do you feel so attached to Mr. Elwood? Why him?
I'm not sure, Doctor. I think we have a bond of some sort. We've both suffered so much. He's the only mortal I find interesting.
Would you say you and Mr. Elwood are romantically involved?
No. No, Thomas is a delicate soul. Even though he disguises it. But I am not the woman he needs. No, for I am a vampire, Doctor.
Do you plan to make him a vampire too?
Of course not. How could I inflict my curse on anybody else? I'm not that cruel, Doctor.
Oh, so we got the Edward Cullen School of Vampire Philosophy.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Cute. I was saying about
But
this
the suffering
man
continues.
who has the burnt face. Isn't there a character in Boardwalk Empire who similarly his face was like injured in the Great War and now he wears like a mask? I think I saw a TikTok of a scene with him in it. I started watching Boardwalk Empire a few weeks ago.
It's locked.
And I never finished it. I only watched like 3 or 4 episodes. I liked it. It's... Am I going in the right direction? It's just that the episodes are like an hour long and I'm really bad at watching TV episodes that are like an hour long and I don't like... Okay, well she's obviously next door. I don't like breaking my watch sessions
I cannot enter.
into 2 parts. Is she in here? Okay. Like she's obviously in here,
It's locked, all
but I
right.
can't get in. How do I get in? Maybe I have to rest first? Alright, let's rest and evolve and then see if that, like, changes the location so I can find her. Okay. 5 stamina used per second when walking. Should drain your stamina to fade into the shadows and become invisible to most enemies. You perform a supernatural move to your target and cause damage upon landing. You can now carry 3 serums with you. Increase the number of bullets you can carry. I'm gonna upgrade autophagy. Oh, I don't have enough to do that. So I won't upgrade it. Here we go. Increase the damage inflicted when you use bite in combat. And then can I increase blood absorption? Can I increase blood spear? No, I have to be level 8. Okay. Increase my healing. Increase your life regeneration in battle. Alright, that's it. I'm gonna confirm. Rest for the night. The following night. Alright, where's Nurse Crane? In the patient's room. Is this the patient's room?
I cannot enter.
Okay, do I have to find a key? Do I have to, like, look for a key? Do I have to talk to people to find a key?
It's locked.
What about items I have? I have items. Here we go. Morgue key, morgue underground key, shelter key. I don't have a key for that room. Do I have to go searching in drawers and things? Oh, or is she on like a different floor? Okay, no. What am I supposed to do?
It's locked.
Not now. Please come back later.
Let me in, please. The third floor just doesn't exist. It's like in a sitcom. The stairs lead to nowhere. Like, obviously I need to be next door. Obviously.
I cannot enter.
Do I need to find one of those guys and get a key?
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
You cannot help me.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Every street corner. A daily routine.
Unknown. Hi.
Good evening, Nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed, the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Oh,
Did
people
he
mentioned her.
It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
Ooh, I want to wait to stir up drama. You know what? I already know about the situation here. People are depressed.
Tell me what Dr. Tippett did. I know his mistake caused a patient's death.
If I had not covered up his error, Dr. Tippett would have been fired from this hospital. I could not let that happen.
You can't allow your emotions to dictate your conduct concerning patients, Nurse Brannigan.
Look around you, Dr. Reed. Do you really think we can afford to lose a brilliant practitioner like Dr. Tippett's in our situation?
Took a
Perhaps you
risk.
did it with the best intentions, Nurse Brannigan, but you
risk.
took a great risk. Must I remind you that a man died?
You mean you've never made a mistake? Never covered your tracks? Come on, Doctor. I wasn't born yesterday.
Goodbye, Nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
I'm What's up, Milton?
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
What's going on between you and Nurse Hawkins?
Pippa's tired. Tired of all this shit. Tired of all those corpses piling up. She's as depressed as I am.
During the war, I witnessed a few couples just like you come together in difficult circumstances. It can be very damaging.
Maybe you're right. But we support each other. And that's all that matters.
You do realize you could both get fired. Hospital staff are not meant to have intimate relationships with one another.
Come on, Dr. Reed. Do you know how many rules are broken in this hospital every day just to keep it running? There's nothing wrong with what we're doing.
There's really not. I don't know. I always
Goodbye,
think it's...
Milton.
Like, I could maybe understand, like, you can't date someone you work with if it's like a power position, like a supervisor dating someone who's below them.
Good evening, sir.
So it is true.
Here he is.
The famous Dr. Reed has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before, at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
Cute. Oh, here we go. Medical
I want
error.
you to tell me about Mr. Connor. How did he die? What happened?
He was my patient. He died because of my mistake. That's the blunt truth.
Who was he?
Who was this patient?
I don't know. Some sick man from the docks, maybe a fisherman. I had no time to talk with him. No one claimed a body.
What was the nature of the mistake?
It was a twofold error. My diagnosis was wrong, and the administered dosage was too strong.
Why not stop practicing?
Are you mad? I killed that man, I admit it, and it won't happen again. I have saved so many lives since then.
I feel like Dr. Jonathan Reed is getting a little worked up about, you know, a guy dying. I'll cover for you. Yeah, I'll cover for you.
I will cover for you, Dr. Tippett, by keeping what happened to Mr. Connor to myself.
I don't know what to say, actually. I can't exactly force you to become my accomplice.
You didn't force me. This is my decision to make. I believe you're still of use to the hospital, considering the situation.
Then I can make you this promise. As soon as the epidemic is eradicated, I will resign.
I just got 100 shillings? Yeah, what are you gonna do if you resign?
What will you do after your resignation? Do you have a plan?
I always fancied visiting Cyprus. Such a beautiful island. I could buy a house there by the sea, read poetry, and wait for death.
Sounds like this guy was already planning to
Goodbye,
retire. It's like the equivalent of when companies are about to do layoffs, so they start offering early retirement for people. Like, seems very similar. So that concludes episode 3, and next time we will start our playthrough by trying to figure out how to get into that room to give that medicine we made to that nurse. We gotta find a key, I assume, so look forward to that for next time. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing you real soon as we continue the Summer of the Vampire.